Okay, so I'm a little nervous, not like my husband. But hi, my name's Abby Wonderlich. My story starts off with me growing up in a Christian family, going to church on most Sundays, and I loved it as a kid. And I always looked forward to it. But I never did more than church on Sunday. When I was 8, my brother was diagnosed with cancer, and I learned the power of prayer. I would say that I prayed a lot, but I definitely didn't pray enough. And when I was 15, I was sexually assaulted, and honestly, after that, my faith went really downhill. I didn't care about going to church or praying or learning about God. I never stopped believing in Him, but I definitely stopped caring about Him. But when I started dating my now husband, I could see how important God and church was to him, so we went. We almost never missed any Sunday services. And I thought that meant that I was saved. But I didn't realize going to church wasn't enough. But the first Sunday we went to Eden, I realized I have to live for God and rejoice Him every day. And always make Him my number one priority. So I would say that the first Sunday that we came to Eden would definitely be the day that I felt saved. A verse that always helps me through any big or small problems would be Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It always reminds me that God is my number one and that He's always there for me, and nothing comes before Him. I felt like I was changing so much, but there was definitely some big sins in my life that, like living with my now husband before we were married. I kept doing it and acting like nothing I could do to change about it and acting like it was not a big deal. But suddenly I had such an icky feeling every day in my stomach. And after about a year of this feeling every day, we met with Pastor, and sorry, I lost my place. I didn't want to live this way after I found out that the reason that I had this feeling was because we were living in sin. I didn't really want to tell Asher because I was really nervous about how he would react to this, so I kind of kept quiet until John came to our house and confronted us with the sin. I was so relieved I started crying immediately, so after he left, Asher and I prayed, and then we decided to move our wedding up from 2 years to 2 months. Don't recommend it. I did not do a lot of the wedding planning, so it was pretty easy for me. Because of God and the pastors and our church community, and my family and my husband, I got married on June 1st, so everything would be right in God's eyes. Another way my life has changed is reading the Bible daily and praying. I pray probably 3 or 4 or 5 times a day, especially when I'm a dog groomer and I have difficult dogs. So when they're bad, I pray. And I would definitely say that's different from my life before because I feel like I just prayed when I was sad or scared. Even the music I listened to, I used to listen to just country and stuff, and I don't even see a point in listening to music if it's not to honor the Lord. And since Eden, I feel like me and my husband are so much more connected by talking about our love for God, and sometimes when I read a really cool story in the Bible, I love to talk about it with him. So that's my story.
Awesome. I'm not afraid to show you my weakness, all my failures and flaws. Lord, you've seen them all, and you still call me friend. 'Cause the God of the mountain